Okukpe, the ally to Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi, has been seen in a viral video begging prison officials not to jail him. In the video, Okukpe's lawyer was heard saying the official should give him till 4:30 of the same day to sort himself out before jailing him. Okukpe was found guilty of 28 of the 59 charges the EFCC has preferred against him and sentenced to 2 years in prison for each of the crimes or pay a fine of 13 million naira. Doyin Okukpe, Peter Obi's Presidential Campaign Council Director General, has been captured in a viral video begging prison officials not to jail him and give him time to sort himself out. The video, which was shared by a Nigerian with the handle at JA1L, captioned it, "Don't jail me until 4:30 p.m. please." Okukpe is the former aide to ex-President Goodluck Jonathan and was convicted of breaching the Money Laundering Act. I don't understand this whole thing. He was sentenced for 2 years imprisonment for committing that offense. What of the person that gave him the money? And a lot of people have been asking the same questions. What of the person that gave him the money? It was Dasuki that gave him the money. So you see the nonsense things that happen in this country. Good and fine. If he collected whatever he did, good and fine. But so the law does not permit the person that gave him the money also to be jailed. I don't understand. They will tell you it was what was presented. That is why this country will never be good until we do the right thing, until we have a change of heart, until we have leaders that are ready to do the right thing. If you think that, oh, you are part of the ruling party, anything goes, then you expect things to work well, forget it, or somebody is your tribes person. If, in as much a lot of people really have a concern for Peter Obi, that does not mean, it could be painful, but that does not mean that if something around him is going wrong, that it shouldn't be talked about. And that is what it is. Everyone will not fall. But when it comes to other people, they will begin to give excuses upon excuses. But the good news is that it is Doyin Okukpe that is involved. It's not the it's not the vice presidential candidate, the running mate. It's not the person that is running the show. So it's Peter Obi moves on. He moves on. So if anybody wants to come and tell us nonsense or whatever, we have a lot of them all over the place. Even Tinubu himself, they will tell you they have not convicted him. Why is it that they have not convicted him? Because of the lawlessness and impunity happening in this country. They cherry pick what they need to do about all those things. Will that deter him from deter Obi or Labour Party? No, it will not. If Peter Obi, it is not a do or die affair. We have seen a lot of things that will make Peter Obi not to even win, unless the people themselves, they are resilient and do the needful. At the end of the day, who are the people that will continue the suffering? Those people who are shouting here and there, and unfortunately those who still want good governance, but they cannot get it. Unfortunately, they will still be affected. If rain falls, it falls on everyone, and likewise, if sun shines, everybody be partaker of that as well. So guys, that's just what we have seen in that. My question is that what happened to Dasuki that gave him the money? And even Dasuki that was dishing out the money, who gave him the order? Dasuki was not doing that out of his own volition. Who ordered him? Who gave him that right? It was the former president, who happens to be Goodluck Jonathan. Have you ever seen that ex-president has been invited? We can only see that ex-governors are always being invited for any suspected crime or whatever, or alleged crime. Because when it comes to presidents, nothing will happen. That is why you see that they are bigger than the law, because the same person who is in charge of the president at that particular time will not want the same thing to happen to him, so they will just try to cover up. But a day will come, monkey will go to market and he will not come back, because the question Nigerians were asking during when Dasuki was aired in, even Dasuki, they accused him of all those things. They kept him in prison, but they could not even come out with any logical conclusion. They released him. So why is it that it is this one now that is now given 2 years imprisonment? Why is it that Dasuki was just kept for 4 years. They couldn't see anything against him. They couldn't find anything against him. But the person that collected money from him is the one they are sending to jail. Congratulations to all of them. But I think the reason why the lawyer was telling the security men not to rough handle him was at till 4:30 of that day, which he was able to pay the fines. And again, that reminds me, the same thing was said about the IGP, yes, and also the EFCC boss. Did all these security men, did they even go near them? Not to talk of lawyer is speaking on their behalf, because as far as I'm concerned, as far as I know, they are not under any immunity. They are not under any immunity. But till today, nothing happened. They will begin to tell you all manner of story to Fiakwa. So this country, to Fiakwa. Well, the capture is not what it. The lawyer was educating the overzealous law agents who I believe are playing the cast of their masters. Nigeria is just a joke. The real criminals are relaxed, just enjoying the movie. If he has joined APC, he has no crime. Just like a Fanika Odin and I. Wait till make Fanika Odin they make maths. But why say they fight corruption? Wait till make and they make maths. They make maths because he don't join APC. Useless judgment. Find that a way to rubbish Labour Party because this man is PCC chairman of Labour Party. The man that gave him the money, why can't they bring him to court? Tinubu has not even been taken to a court for all the numerous financial and paper racketeering he had committed against the nation. Then why the mad rush on Dr. Okukpe's trial? Oji Zokalu, that was seated there, has not even been taken to court again because he is from APC. Let them continue. Don't, if they tell you that they did to APC APC, what do they call them, governors, go and tell them that what now happened at the end of the day. They use that to deceive Nigerians. 2 years down the line, they release them, discharge them, and forgive them. What do you call that? Animal farm. This is how Obi and his people want to rule Abi. They will never win. Can you imagine? Did he take the money from Labour Party? Why mentioning Obi's name? Because they know exactly what they wanted to do. That is why they are always mentioning the man's name. He's the target, but unfortunately, it is so difficult for them to get at him. EFCC should chase the big elephant that is so clear and global. The 2019 Mr. Bullion van that turned the house to Central Bank in Lagos, and EFCC should stop this. Their political opposition hunting game go for the public. 200 billion plus inserted into human affairs and billions, and the 70 trillion naira discovered by the T. Ismail and so on that the public are so much interested, in which the EFCC abandoned their godfathers involved. Tinubu is part of it. Someone say Tinubu issue will kill you. He will not kill anybody. He's killing you already. You see the life, the kind of life, and you are defending them. Is your life better off? You see now, teachers are going to be leaving Nigeria. Doctors are leaving. Is your life better than the doctors that are leaving the country? The nurses that are leaving the country? The IT specialists that are leaving the country? Is your life better than their own? They are leaving because they cannot continue to live in this lawless and useless country. You think your life is better? The Tinubu's dubious character and whatever is killing you. You are saying people are mentioning his name that he's going to kill them. Continue. You think if you say it like that, it's going to happen, but the reality is there that their atrocities is affecting your life. This is a big test for stingy Obi if he fails to mobilize 13 million naira to rescue Okukpe. That signals end of the road. Naira means injustice. Nigeria means injustice. Many of you don't even current. You just see any news here and stated saying whatever you want to do. Problems everywhere. Not only PDP that has problem. Labour Party gets yours free now. I didn't even hear or see Dr. Okukpe begging the courts officials. I only hear and see the lawyer talking. APC make una fear God. This is how Peter Obi will be jailed after he lost election because he works with looters. See this one. You know that you are just talking nonsense. You just feel like talking. Any clean old politician in Nigeria is Tinubu, Atiku, Kwakwaso. I know now. Those ones say they will not talk. They will not touch their case. They won't touch their case. They will never touch their case. Ah,